shades, Tom, are a great line because they're kind of like the balancer. They don't, again, the neutral shades in chromastics don't have a gray undertone. They don't have a green undertone. They're truly just brown. And you can use them indeed by themselves, and they look fine. They look great. But you can also have every flexibility in the world with them, because if you want to make it a little warmer, you add a little bit of a gold concentrate to it. If you want to make it cooler, more of an ashier, you can add a little bit of the green to it. If you want to make it a little bit of a red shade, kind of like a woodsy red-brown, you can add one of your ORs or one of your RVs to it. So you really have complete flexibility with that shade. What I like to do also with the neutral shades is I like to sometimes blend them with the XL cream. And by doing that, what happens is that it makes the neutral shades more translucent. So instead of having a heavy, opaque, dark color, it makes it more translucent. And I always use the analogy, like when I'm talking to hairdressers or to a client about it, I'll say, well, it's kind of like if you had a glass of Coca-Cola and a glass of water. And if I pour the glass of water into the glass of Coca-Cola, you can start seeing that brown Coca-Cola get lighter, more translucent. It still has that brown quality, but it's more translucent. And that's how I like to use the XL cream with the neutral. So neutral has tremendous flexibility in many different directions. Also, I like to use the neutral in amongst my other shades, or I like to use the neutral shades, the neutral colors, with the neutral concentrates to make a heavier, more opaque type of a neutral color. And many manufacturers, will package that together, Tom. They'll call the NN series, where they'll have a neutral and they add more neutral concentrate to it, so you have more dye load, so to speak, in that product line. And they'll sell you another whole line of color called the NN series. Well, in truth, you don't have to have a whole line of color. All you have to do is have your CHROMASTICS neutral, add a little bit of your N concentrate to that, and that automatically gives you your NN series. And what that creates is better gray coverage with people who have very resistant gray hair. But also gives you that European look. I don't know if you remember the Europeans, they like their hair heavier, what I call heavier color. So the colors are drabber, they're stronger, they're more opaque. Kind of like a woman's pantyhose. Instead of having sheer pantyhose, they have opaque pantyhose. It's that same concept. And I can do that with chromastics and with a neutral concentrate. And also, along that same vein, Tom, by the way, you can also create, because like I just explained how to make the double N series, the NN series, you can also make the double G series, you can make the double reds, the double R series, which is fantastic when you want some really, really strong reds. So there's so many different ways that you can use that to your advantage to create a whole other array of color. A whole other line of color.